Hello everyone, it's Miss Barrow. I'm going to record a brief recording about how to use the library databases more effectively with your searches. If you watched the Big Blue Button recording from Chapter 7, I gave you lots of tips. However, this time I'm doing a screen capture so you can see exactly what's going on my screen. But before we do that, the reason I wanted you guys to create a PO or PICO question is so that you could actually use it to derive your keywords for your library searches from it. So I put an example PICO question here for you. In cancer patients, what are the effects of music therapy in comparison to pharmacologic pain treatments on pain management? So that's a well-worded PICO question because I can see my four components. The population is cancer patients. That's broad, so I didn't specify one specific type of cancer. I left it broad. My intervention is music therapy. My comparison is pharmacologic pain treatments, and then my outcome is pain management, which could be measured in a whole bunch of different ways. So if I look at this PICO question, I can develop a few keywords from that, as you will see on the next screen. So basically, my three big keywords that I want to use are cancer, music therapy, and pain management. And you see that I use the Boolean operator and to link those together. I also did some various trial and error things. I tried nursing or nurse with the asterisk or wildcard character there. So let's take these keywords and see what happens within the library searches. So I'm on the library webpage, which is library.mcneese.edu. I'm clicking on guides and then nursing, which helps because this is specific for nurses and we don't have to worry about having to dig through databases that are not appropriate for us. So find articles. Sorry, I'm getting emails. And I'm going to start with CINAHL Complete. CINAHL is the Comprehensive Index of Nursing and Allied Health Literature, which is a great place to start. And if you're following the tip sheet that I have posted on Moodle, you'll see that I have directed you to click on choose databases and to actually choose several different databases. This is smart searching smarter. You're maximizing your time by searching a whole bunch of databases at the same time. So I'm selecting Academic Search Complete, Alt Health Watch, which is like complementary and alternative medicine type things, which fits here because I'm looking at music therapy, which is a CAM treatment. CINAHL and CINAHL Plus. I don't have my sheet in front of me. Health Source, Nursing Academic Edition, Medline. Sorry, I should have put that in front of me because now, okay, Psych Behavioral Health or Behavioral Sciences, Psych Info, and Soc Index, Sociology. Those are the ones I'm going to choose. So I'll click OK. And it's important to note that all of those are different databases. So I'm actually searching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different databases right now. That's very helpful. So a couple of things I want to do is I know I have to have articles that are published within the last 5 years. Because 2019 has just begun, I'm actually going to give y'all 2013 because there's not a lot of 2019s yet. I'm looking for peer-reviewed and full text. And then I'm going to start stringing my keywords together with those Boolean operators. So we'll try music therapy and I don't think you have to make them all caps. I do that for my own benefit so that I know I'm using Boolean phrasing. It helps me kind of piece together my keywords in a more logical manner. Cancer and my outcome is pain. You could try pain management. I've already done this, so I know that pain is going to give me better results than if I do pain management. A lot of this is very trial and error. You're going to try things, they don't work. Always check your spelling because if you misspell one of these words, then you're probably not going to get anything returned back to you. So let's search and see what happens. So it's given me 91 articles here. All of these are published within 2013 to 2019. They're all full text and they're all scholarly peer reviewed. So that's a good thing. I put limiters on these to help me. Okay, so let's just kind of show you a couple of things. What you ideally want is something that you can read first of all. So anything that says PDF full text is going to be very helpful for you. As I scroll down, sometimes you're going to see this little thing, full text finder. Don't get your hopes up is all I'm going to say, because sometimes this works and sometimes it leads you to a broken link that does absolutely nothing. So what I recommend is right click on it and open it in a new tab. What that means is that perhaps we have this article in a different database that you didn't select. So by doing this, we can see, okay, there it is. Maybe we'll find it. Seriously, sometimes that literally brings you to nothing. And it's very frustrating, but it happens. So you just gotta, when you see full text finder, it's a crapshoot. You never know what you're gonna get. And again, sometimes you'll actually click on something and then you're just sitting here and it never opens. So PDF full text, you got it. Full text finder, maybe you have something, maybe you don't. But I'm not gonna sit here and look at a blank screen and waste your time. So we're gonna go back to our list. Okay, linked full text is very similar to the find full text or full text finder. If you ever see HTML and PDF, you need to select PDF. HTML is web-based language, so trying to save that into a file that is sendable and openable, if that's a word, is not always helpful. So PDFs are definitely your friend here. I was trying to see if there was one. No, we'll just move on. So you need to screen these articles because not all of them are appropriate. Remember your PICO question. As you look at these articles, you're looking for something that is going to provide data to answer your PICO question. So the first level of screening that we do is read the title. If the title obviously has nothing to do with your PICO question, then move on. You don't even need to open it and look at the abstract because we know it's not effective. So here's one, effective music therapy on pain and anxiety levels of cancer patients, a pilot study. So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds good, but it also talks about anxiety. So can I use it? And the answer is yes. As long as they provide data on pain, which is your proposed outcome, then we have everything else we need here. We've got our population, we have our outcome, which is pain, and we have our chief intervention, which is music therapy. So this article should work. However, I'm going to open it in a different screen, and I'm going to look at the abstract. Read over that, skim it, make sure that they're giving you information. You also want to make sure at this stage of the game that it's a quantitative study. We're not looking at qualitative yet. That's going to come at the end of the semester. So I can see right here that this is a quantitative study. They looked at 14 cancer patients who had pain, and they were looking at a test group or a control. Some got music therapy and some did not. So that sounds perfect. That exactly answers the question that I have. So I could open it by clicking on PDF full text, which I'm going to do. And it's going to open up here because I'm in Mozilla. Mozilla's different, and there it is. Sometimes it's going to frustrate you to no end because you find a perfect study and then you open it and it is not in English. Just a note, I can only read English, so please do not send me articles that are not in English. just a heads up. Okay, so that's CINAHL, and you can do a lot, and if you're struggling to find what you're looking for, you can always play with your keywords up here, change their spelling, add or subtract to see, like, if you start with pain management, you go from 91 to 8. That's what I'm saying. So if you start out with, like, a lot more words and you're not getting anything, start taking away. So take the management away. And maybe even take therapy away and see what happens. So I went from 91 to 119. It's trial and error basically. So let me go back to the library webpage to show you a couple more things. So I'm going to guides, nursing, find articles, and then this time I'm going to Medline. Actually, Pubmed, excuse me. Medline we just searched. Pubmed's different. There's no way to really put limiters on your search at this stage. So you're just going to search. So music, therapy, and pain, and cancer. It doesn't necessarily matter which order you put them in most of the time. Sometimes it does. So you just got to play with it. All right, so I found 2,100 plus articles, but the problem is I haven't put limiters. So you come over to the left side, and for publication date, you click 5 years. And that's going to give you a 5-year limit. So now that cut over half of your articles out. So that's good. So again, same thing. Read the title. If it doesn't sound good, then it's not good. So just because this is palliative care doesn't necessarily mean that they're all cancer patients. Remember, you don't have to have cancer to be in palliative care. You can have end-stage COPD, CHF, Alzheimer's, dementia. So that may not be a good fit for me. This one's definitely not. It's the population of interest is substance use disorders. So, Okay, massage therapy versus music. Oh, but here we go. Favored subjects and psychosocial needs in music therapy in terminally ill cancer patients. Okay, psychosocial needs, maybe that has something to do with cancer. I don't know. So we just have to look at that. Again, so you just kind of have to look at this and see what happens. I'm going to show you. Let's say I picked this one, the evaluation of effectiveness of music therapy. I'm going to click on it. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to show me some other articles within this PubMed database that are similar to that one that I just looked at. So that's awesome. What I usually do is I right click on See All. That way I still keep my other article intact, and I just hop over, and then here's all these other articles. Again, taper your expectations, because some of these have nothing to do with what you're actually interested in studying. But it's here, so that's available to you. And again, in PubMed, most of the time they're going to open up in PubReader, which is like this HTML document. So you're going to have to make sure you're selecting PDF to download it so that you can save it easily. And then when you do that, now you have the saved file there for your future retrieval. Okay, and then finally, we are going to do one more thing. We are going to look at Cochrane. So find articles, and then we're going to go to Cochrane Library. Okay, so here what we want to do is go to Advanced Search, and then I want to click on Search Limits. And I'm going to put my dates, which are already here because I just did this before I started recording, 2013, 2019. I want to check Cochrane reviews, only reviews, not the rest of this stuff. So apply those limits. You'll see that appears down here. And then I'm going to type my search phrase, music therapy and pain and cancer, if I could spell correctly. And now run search. And I come up with 2. You're probably not going to get a lot of hits at Cochrane. Just remember, everything on Cochrane's database is a systematic review. That is at the very top of the hierarchy for your for evidence-based practice. So if you're looking for a systematic review, Cochrane is the place to go. Again, may not always be what you're looking for. The second option is not what I'm looking for. Dance and movement therapy has nothing to do with my PO or PICO question, so I don't even need to look at that. But this top one, music interventions for improving psychological and physical outcomes in cancer patients, I would need to look at that to see if they did measure pain as an outcome. But if they did, then I can absolutely use that. And so what you do is click on the title that you're interested in, and then you come up here to the top right where it says View PDF, and you select Standard. It's going to be very long, just so you know. This one's 130 pages, so don't freak out. But Cochrane reviews are very long because they're so thorough. This is the tip top of the pinnacle for evidence-based practice. Now, what I will tell you is that nobody in this class has time to look at 130 pages. So do not use a Cochrane article for your assignment 1, because if you send one in, I'm going to tell you that this is not going to be appropriate for assignments 2 through 5 and your final assignment because there's too much information there. I really want you to find a shorter primary source article that's just one study, not a review or a systematic review or literature review or any kind of review. I want you to find a single study that answers your question so that you can use that for assignments 1 through 5 and your final critical appraisal. Because when we start getting to these systematic reviews and they're 60 to 100 something pages, you're not going to get what you need. I want a shorter article so you can really dig through it and understand what all it says, okay? But I did want to show you Cochrane because it is a fantastic database if you have need of looking for something in that realm later. So anyway, I hope that this has been helpful. I tried to do this quick so that you weren't having to watch super long videos, but I thought that maybe this would be good for you to watch before you got into the databases to do your own searches. So thanks for watching and good luck in the databases.